My cheating wife demanded one night to cheat, so I kicked her out. Reddit cheating stories. I'll never forget the night everything changed. The night my wife, the woman I had loved and trusted for over a decade, looked me in the eye and demanded something so outrageous, so heart-shattering, that it shook the very foundation of our marriage. She asked me for permission to cheat. Not by accident, not in a moment of weakness. She wanted one night to betray me, openly and deliberately. And that was the night I knew our marriage was over. For context, my name is Daniel. I met my wife, Jessica, back in college. She was fiery, ambitious, and the kind of woman who could walk into a room and make everyone turn their head. I was a quieter guy, more focused on my career and stability, but somehow we clicked. Our relationship started with late-night study sessions and cheap pizza, eventually growing into something deeper. We got married young, built a life together, bought a modest house, and dreamed of kids someday. I thought we had it all. Sure, like any marriage, we had our ups and downs, arguments about finances, stress from work, and disagreements about social life, but I always believed love and loyalty were our foundation. That belief was shattered one Friday night. Jessica came home unusually quiet. She poured herself a glass of wine, sat across from me at the kitchen table, and with a strange calmness in her voice, she said, "Daniel, I need to ask you something, and I want you to really think before you answer." My stomach dropped immediately. I thought maybe she wanted to talk about having children or even moving to a new city. But what came next nearly knocked the breath out of me. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "I want one night to be with another man. Just one night. I think it'll help me get it out of my system and then I can fully commit to us again." At first, I laughed nervously, thinking it was some sick joke. But she didn't flinch. She was serious. I remember the rage boiling in me, but more than that, I felt this overwhelming sadness. My wife wasn't asking for more date nights, more attention, or a deeper emotional connection. She was asking for permission to betray me. That request alone told me everything I needed to know about where her heart truly was. "Jessica," I said, my voice shaking, "you're asking me to sacrifice my dignity so you can scratch some itch. Marriage isn't about testing the limits of loyalty, it's about choosing each other every single day. And if you're even considering this, then you've already chosen someone else." She got defensive. She said things like, "You're being dramatic. It's just one night, it won't even mean anything. Don't you trust me?" That was the cruelest part. She tried to twist it into an issue of trust, when really, she was asking me to approve my own betrayal. I stood up, walked to the door, and opened it. "If you need one night with someone else," I said, my voice firm despite the storm raging inside me, "then you don't get another night with me. Pack your things. You're done here." She froze. Her eyes widened in shock. She thought I'd argue, maybe beg her to reconsider, or try to compromise. But I didn't. For the first time in our marriage, I drew a line that couldn't be crossed. The next hour was chaos. She cried, yelled, and begged me not to do this. She said I was throwing everything away over a stupid request. But I reminded her, she had already thrown it away the moment she asked. When she finally left, suitcase in hand, I collapsed on the couch and cried harder than I ever had in my life. It felt like someone had ripped the ground out from under me. I questioned everything. Was I not enough? Did she ever really love me? Or had she just been waiting for the chance to explore something better? The days after were brutal. Mutual friends reached out, some in disbelief, others quietly admitting they weren't surprised. Apparently, Jessica had been complaining about feeling trapped in our marriage. That cut deeper than any knife. But here's the thing, pain, no matter how sharp, dulls with time. And in that dulling, you start to see things clearly. I realized that what Jessica asked wasn't just about a one-night stand. It was about respect. She didn't respect me, our vows, or the life we had built together. And without respect, there is no love worth saving. I filed for divorce within the month. It was messy, full of bitter words and legal battles, but I stayed firm. I wasn't going to bend just to keep a marriage built on betrayal. Slowly, I rebuilt myself. I poured my energy into my career, into working out, into reconnecting with friends I had neglected. And eventually, I found peace. The most surprising part, I started to feel grateful. Grateful that Jessica revealed who she truly was before we had kids. Grateful that I didn't spend another decade blind to her lack of loyalty. And most of all, grateful that I had the strength to stand up for myself when it mattered most. It's been a few years now. Jessica's out of my life, living however she chooses. I don't keep tabs on her, and I don't care to. As for me, I've moved on. I'm in a new relationship with someone who actually values trust and commitment. And I've learned something powerful. Love without respect is just an illusion. So, if you take anything from my story, let it be this. Never let anyone convince you to lower your self-worth in the name of love. If someone truly loves you, they'll never ask you to sacrifice your dignity. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let go, and walk away with your head held high.